Right, welcome you guys to our February leadership call. We have a lot to cover tonight, so I will get started. I have a little heart there for you guys for Valentine's Day, so I hope you guys all have ideas about how you're going to make the most of Valentine's Day. Are you giving your customers Valentine's cards? Are you giving them chocolate? What are you going to do to make the most of the holiday? You can make up gift sets. You can offer free wrapping for guys. They like simple, so have it ready for them and make some good money at Valentine's Day. So who am I? Welcome to those of you who are on the call for the first time. I keep the chat box open, but I don't necessarily pay attention to it because I get off subject and then I lose my spot. So I usually do a Q&A at the end, so I kind of go through. I'll check in with you guys intermittently, but feel free to ask questions as long as it's on the topic I'm talking about. Otherwise, save it till the end. So I've been an Avon rep since January 2008. You can see my stats there. I'm a big believer in making multiple avenues of revenue coming in. So building up different parts of your business so that you can be the most profitable and build a solid foundation, so when you have those ups and those downs in your business, that they aren't as painful. My mission with Makeup Marketing Online has been to teach as many reps as possible how to build an online Avon business through sales, recruiting, and leadership. I focused on sales the majority of my first 5-6 years. So I've been really excited since I've jumped over to the leadership side and really started building that up. I find it much more rewarding, and it's a lot of fun to work with such a great team, and I have awesome leaders and sellers that I get to mentor. So it's a treat for me. I'm not going to repeat why listen to me every week, so I thought I would say, what did I learn this week? You know, I think it's important that we all keep in mind that we are representing Avon. We are all on the same team. We can all be successful. We should not be enemies. I saw a story on Facebook where there was one Avon rep that worked at a restaurant. She already had permission to leave her books there by the owner, and another rep came in and basically wanted to throw those books out and take over the restaurant when the owner said no. So it just makes Avon look bad in general when we act that way. So I see it a lot with women. We need to especially lift one another up instead of, you know, not being able to be happy for each other when we are successful. And we need to know our place, and there's enough customers and recruits for all of us, so we don't have to tear each other down to be successful. I have a representative webinar on February 23rd, which you guys are all invited to. The difference is this webinar, I talk mostly about recruiting and leadership skills. The one on the 23rd, I talk about sales tips and recruiting. So feel free to join all of them. Every month I invite you guys to be a part of it. And then I do have the February boot camp scheduled, and I did a survey, so thank you to those of you who filled it out. And it turns out that you guys want to learn more about recruiting Avon reps online. That was the most popular answer. Then marketing tips for blogging and expanding your online network. So those are the topics I'm going to focus on. I think it will help me to have those. So thank you, Stephanie, for pushing me to figure out the topics. Let's see, did January boot camp, and we'll be doing February. Awesome. So those of you that did not participate, it was kind of a trial and error for me as well. It was my first time doing it. And how it really worked was I sent out an activity assignment sheet every day. So it had a few different steps and topics, and you guys walked through and did those marketing activities on that day. If you couldn't keep up, hopefully you've done them at your own pace. I had a private Facebook group where we could all support one another, and I would post things throughout the day to go along with the activities. Then at the end on Friday, I had a presentation. I tried to do live videos throughout the week to help you guys stay motivated and excited. And then we had the presentation at the end of the week, and all that material is available to everyone who signed up for as long as possible. So I do have this new website, emilyseagren.com. It's basically all of my paid materials. And I also put on there when my webinars are. It's kind of like my events website. But it's not just trying to sell you stuff. It does hold all of the training courses that you ever purchase. So you can go back and reference them at any time once you've bought them. So someone asked me, is it the same as the bundles? Yes, it is. The price difference is basically just because my bundles have been out for like 2 years now. It's much easier on me to be able to fulfill it online. So I gave a break in the price. So that's really the difference. And you do not get the workbooks when you buy the online courses. So that's the difference. All right, so let's look at my inspirational quotes for this evening. Don't wish for it, work for it. For some reason in our network marketing business, we have a lot of people who think they're going to make a ton of money without having to do that hard work, and that is just not logical thinking. Most people who are very successful have worked very hard to get there. So make sure that you're setting the right tone for your new representatives, that you're not giving false promises like, oh, you know, make 5 figures in your first month. That's never going to happen. So I'm a big fan of being honest and upfront with people, because it makes it less disappointing when they know that they have to work hard for it and it's not going to just magically fall in their lap. Here's another quote I like. Sometimes you have to tell yourself, I got this, I'm ready. No playing small, it's time to turn it up. So this time of year, I think especially, I've talked to some of my Avon friends. I think we're all kind of in the same boat. It's the January, February blues. We don't have the best campaigns right now. Things are starting to look up, but slowly moving. So we have to be the excitement. We have to have the vision of being successful and building it big, even in those days where you don't really feel like it, okay? I think we're all kind of in the same boat, and it's during this time when it's not easy and it feels difficult for us that we really have to push ourselves. Brendan Burchard, I just listened to him in a video yesterday, and he was saying how we build the disappointment in our minds when we're not challenged. So if you're going through a rut, make sure you're learning from someone, and I think that will help you get out of it. I kind of got wrapped up in my own pity party recently, and I started to learn again and read and do some self-development, and it made me feel better. I also got my butt out of the house because a lot of days I just work from home and don't get out and socialize, and I think that does not help me get in a better mood either. So do things that you know will help improve your mood, help improve things for your team and those around you. And then, of course, at the end of our lives, we will all ask, did I live? Did I love? Did I matter? So think about this if you go through your day. Sometimes we get so wrapped up in the busy work that we forget about the big picture and what's really important. So make sure you're making the most of every day. I like to ask my husband questions like, what would you do if there was no worries about money? Like, what would you do with your time? And I think it's a really powerful question, because most of us are so busy and stressed out that we don't stop to think about what we really want out of our lives. So make sure you're making the most of every day and doing things that matter to you. Team Momentum is 620 reps strong. Yay! We've lost a few team members, but that's okay. We're hanging in there, and we've got a strong start to 2017. Up through campaign 3, our year-to-date unit sales are 129,000. If I look at our percentage increase, it looks like we will end up at about 2.3 million for the whole year. I like to play with these numbers. It's really powerful and can be really exciting to look at the potential for the whole year. So I encourage you guys to do this as well. It will keep you excited, keep you motivated. $1 million sales increase I'm hoping for. So it's a lot of fun to come up with these numbers, and then at the end of the year you can look back and see how you really compared to what you estimated. Sarah's saying she's in a rut. I'm trying not to put that off on anyone else. I'm trying to give you guys ideas of how I've helped myself get out of it. So Cheryl is one of our team members on Team Momentum. She brought sauerkraut to Rep Fest last year. Yes, I've been working out a lot too. Trying to fight through those winter blues. I am not gonna let it put me in a bad mood. So Cheryl kept asking, did Rob try the kraut? Did Rob try the kraut? It had been like a year. He hadn't tried it. We finally did on Super Bowl. So thank you, Cheryl. I am not a big fan of brats, so I guess Rob can blame me for why it took so long for him to try it. I'm training for the Avon walk in Chicago. I told my coach that I am more scared of the 39 miles than I am raising the $1,800. So I've never really physically challenged myself like that before. So we will see. Keep praying for me that I survive. And it's kind of fun to push yourself in ways you haven't before. It makes you grow. So here, these are some pictures I did during boot camp. Remember to use photos and videos and things online to help tell your Avon story. Use them as marketing pieces. It can reach a lot of people online. We can use photos and videos to tell our story. All righty. So we learned a lot of updates in Arizona, and I just want to refresh your memory, because it definitely helps to just go over this information since there's so many changes happening all at once, and some are happening in different campaigns. So let's just review what is taking place here. KickStart program changes. So new reps now have 7 campaigns to get started with their KickStart goals. Before, Avon was asking them to have 150 in their first campaign. A lot of people would get screwed up by ordering sales tools in their first campaign and missing that 40% right from the start. It set them up for disappointment. Not a good way to start our new reps. So Avon listened, and we now have 7 campaigns with our new reps for them to meet those progressive goals. And their first campaign can be of any size, and they still hit that 40%. So qualified KickStart recruits. So any of the incentives that we have, normally they have to be qualified recruits. So what does that mean? It doesn't just mean that they sign up online and get their starter kit and they're qualified. Unfortunately, many people sign up and just never even do anything. So there's the tricky part of recruiting people, and then there's the tricky part of trying to help them get that first order in. So to qualify for these incentives, your recruit needs to place a $150 order on time and pay for it on time in their first or second campaign. So I get that question a lot. Emily, how do you get people that just never want to do anything to submit that order? Well, I don't. I work with those who want to work their business. I provide the same support. I offer my help the same for everyone. Those that don't want to take it, I can't force do anything. So I say to keep a rolling stream of leads coming in so that you can work with those who want to work their business, not trying to force someone. Because unfortunately, I got into the business because I didn't want a boss telling me what to do. So if we are too hands-on, too bossy with some of our team members, they will pull back and not want to do it even more. So just keep that in mind. We have harmonized earnings coming, so effective campaign 9, we can all share that new representatives can earn up to 40% on their e-sales. This is a huge deal. We've been asking for this for a couple of years now, so it's really exciting to see it finally happening. This chart up at the top is for those who are not yet President's Club. The chart at the bottom is for President's Club and higher. They have also put watches into full earnings items, so they are no longer just the 20 or 25%. So your online sales and your face-to-face sales will combine to determine your commission level. I'm seeing some hands raised, so I don't know if you guys are excited or you have questions. But if you have a question right now that has to do with this slide, feel free to ask it in the chat box. I will keep going unless I see some questions. All right, so changes with the recruiting bonuses. So we had Journey to Gold, and then we had All Aboard with onboarding. Okay, so Destiny's asking, is it for new reps only? No, it's actually for everyone. Those harmonized earnings is for everyone. I'm sorry if I confused you. I just meant that we can use that as a recruiting tool now to get people into Avon, saying that they can earn up to 40% on their online sales, because we do have people out there that only want to build an online business. So the recruiting bonuses, you can now earn $20 on every new team member that you bring in that places that first or second qualified order. We will also get a 3% sponsoring bonus. So that's right from the start. So even when you're a promoter and a star promoter, you're going to start earning on your new representatives. So that's a big deal, because before you had to get to the ambassador level to even start earning anything on your team members. So yes, that is exciting, Sarah. It's 3% bonus for the life of the rep. So we have a 3% raise for all leaders in Avon. We have a raise from the online sales commission going up. So hopefully we're all going to start seeing more padding in our pockets and we can build our businesses even bigger. We have some crazy people in the background here. Josh is dressed up in his morph suit. Yes, he is always doing the dab in the background. Okay, so I told you the $20 bonus and 3% goes for all levels of leadership. Enhanced leadership earnings. So instead of an incentive program giving us a bonus for advancing in title, this is now included in the leadership chart. So we can earn $500 to $20,000. That sounds much more exciting. Bonus for advancing in title for the first time. So make sure you look at your leadership chart, read that fine print, because there's always new rules that I'm learning in Avon world. You got to know a lot of that fine print and all the details to really understand how things work. So yes, let's all get that $20,000 bonus. That could buy me a very nice car. Mentor bonuses range from $250 to $10,000. So that means I believe that I'm not sure which generation that's on. I want to say it's for all your generations, but it may only be first generation. So look at the chart to double check that. And your payments will go out over 4 campaigns instead of one lump sum. Okay, so here is that beautiful chart. We see the different requirements, a little bit of changes here with the ambassador order numbers. Here you can see the recruiting bonus, the 3% sponsoring. Here's that promotion bonus, and then the mentor bonus is right here. So looks better for all of us. And this is kind of an older chart, but I do like it because it tells you at the different levels, you know, what your role is, and then what people pretty much average making at those different levels. So you can see once you get all the way up to executive and silver executive, you earn that annual trip. You're making 6 figures. Things are nice for you in the Avon world. So keep working your way up there. I'm trying not to look at them, otherwise I'll forget what I'm saying here. But star promoter, so once you are a star promoter, you've taken the ALMA classes on Avon University. If you have an upline, they can start delegating to you. So I do that with Team Momentum. You guys get yourself to star promoter, and then I am happy to support you and try to help you at that level. But you got to get there yourself first. And then when you're an ambassador, you can participate in ALMA and buy leads. All right. And, you know, it's interesting too, before I got to like the leader level, You focus on recruiting and trying to help your team learn how to sell. Then once you get to the point where you need to start building your own leaders, then you also have to incorporate teaching leadership skills. So it's kind of interesting how your role changes as you go through the leadership program. And just to give you even more incentive to build right now, we eventually are going to earn on 5 generations. That's huge. So keep working with your entire team. Someday you will be paid on your 4th and 5th generation. I don't really discriminate on my team, like, oh, they're 2nd generation, they're 3rd. I work with those who want to work their business. So eventually I'll get paid on those 4th and 5th generation. So karma comes back to you. Way to go. I missed what this girl was doing here. I thought she looked like she might be doing a little whip and nay. So I liked this picture. Way to go in campaign 3, team momentum. Almost 44,000 in unit sales. We were the number 4 team of leaders in campaign 3. And we are number 2 year to date. So keep up the great work. I think things will only go uphill from here on out. Let me move my little dashboard here and say congratulations to Cheryl and Kim, Tracy, Trisha, and Leticia. For total reps, we have Cheryl, Kim, Leticia, Tracy, Chantel. Appointments in February. Team Momentum has appointed 35 new people already, and it's the 9th. I don't know what's going on, what you guys are drinking in your Kool-Aid, but I like it. I'm waking up every day to multiple team members adding new people to Team Momentum. So keep up the great work. Cheryl, Anna, Kim, Paulina, Kira, Janet, Trisha, and Lisa. Remember to work with your appointments, to your pending appointments, to get them to actually be additions. We have a bunch of new promoters. Cheryl, so here, Charlotte, Jessica, Dee Pendleton, and Vanessa. Great job, guys. I don't know if it's Atlantis and the Bahamas or what's going on, but I am going to pray that it keeps going on for February. And I do see a question here. All right, the generations. So I'm not going to go into that right now. I will keep that for Q&A. So I like to be transparent with you guys. And I do know that those bigger paychecks that I looked at from other leaders always helped me stay motivated, and it's finally happening for me, so that's exciting. I hope this keeps some of you going so you see the potential that is there. In 1 year's time, my leadership check tripled. 300%. Nobody gives raises that big. Look what you can do in leadership. So that's just 1 year's time. We had 264 team members last year, and we now have 611. We have a rolling 26 campaign sales growth of 124%. So go Team Momentum. I am proud to be your leader, and I encourage you to all continue going after your own dreams if leadership is part of your Avon dream. How many of you guys, what is my activity level? I don't know that off the top of my head. It's somewhere between 50 and 60%, 40 and 60. It could definitely be a lot better, but I do what I can. So who's registered for Rep Fest? Who has secured their spot? Are you guys ready? I am definitely excited. You have to register by March 31st to get that $99 early bird special. Go to avonrepfest.com. You can see pictures from last year. You can see a tentative agenda. Secure your spot now to make sure that you are there. If you have never been to an Avon event before, there is nothing like it. There's nothing that can make you as excited about your business as an Avon event, and especially a national event. So I am hoping to get as many team members there as possible. Make it happen, you guys. You have quite a few months to plan ahead for this. Start your savings jar, room with 3 other reps if that's what it takes, but you can't afford to miss it. So if you can afford it, if there's a way, get there, because it will impact your business. We have our President's Recognition Program, and we have our different sales levels. This is the breakdown of per campaign, what it takes. It's important to remember we have brand new representatives that maybe have never heard of this. I was talking to Cheryl today and found out that we never discussed the Christmas credit extension. And so she had no idea what I was talking about. It just goes to show you that you can't forget about some of these programs that you're very familiar with because newer representatives are still learning. So the biggest benefit of hitting President's Club is that you earn 40% on full earnings items for the entire next year. So that is a huge deal. You don't have to meet those levels, those sales levels, to get the higher commission when you hit President's Club or higher. So if you are not President's Club, I push you to get there. Do fundraisers, do whatever it takes to get there, because it's definitely worth it. Do they still give points to all reps? I believe so. I don't think anything has changed with our points program. So we earn points for different achievements in sales and recruiting and increases, and I like to compare it to a credit card program where you can redeem your points for gift cards and travel and gadgets and whatever else. So you can find that information on your invoice. You can also find it under rewards and recognition and rewards headquarters on youravon.com. So do those points expire? Oh man, you guys are testing me tonight. I don't know. Okay, yes, they do. I get confused because once you get to the higher sales level, you also get like a spending account if you hit inner circle. And I think that expired, but I wasn't sure on the other stuff. So as leaders, it's important that we are providing sales tools to our team. You want to have your team members familiar with the What's New brochures. Definitely want to get them in the habit of trying to purchase demos. A lot of times the demos can be more cost efficient than buying a bunch of samples. It's also nice to have the full size product there so your customer can hold it and touch it and smell it. So invest in demos and samples if you can. If you cannot, research them online, learn about them. I always think that knowledge is your best sales tool. So take the time to learn the book, learn the sales, the new products, and read people's reviews so that you have real life stories about the products if you haven't used them yourself. Campaign 6 central video is out. So the 3 featured products there are Moisture Therapy with Shea Butter, True Color Eyeshadow Quads, and then the Ultimate Supreme Performance Cream. The eyeshadow quads, I don't know, most of you probably already know this, but there's four colors in there, hence the quad, but it has numbers on there, and on the back of the box it actually tells them where to apply each color. So that's kind of a handy thing to have on there. Always good to have tips and cues on how to put your makeup on. You can preview campaign 7 and 8, and then of course stay in tune with Avon on all the different social media sites and in the news. It's always nice to have multiple sources of content for our marketing. And I have to thank Patricia. I'm glad she's on the call here because she made this beautiful little picture for me of me and Rob. Looks like we're on a lazy river or something. So visualize yourself at Atlantis. It's a beautiful hotel. It's super expensive, so I don't think it was gonna happen with my family anytime soon. But Avon is making this dream come true for us. It's still very early in the incentive. Don't predestine yourself to fail, okay? If you don't have a lot of points yet, stay hopeful, stay motivated, work hard. We still have, I think it's 5 more campaigns to get through, so we are not even close to the halfway point. So, you know, on those days where you're feeling down and you're self-defeating, putting on a big pity party for yourself. I'm guilty, I do that, and I hate it. Happy Emily is a lot more fun to be around than stressed, depressed Emily. So here's my 6 tips for you for fighting for your success. Sometimes when things get hard and stressful, we just want to give up, but that's when you need to fight the hardest. So keep motivation levels high. I know that when I'm feeling down on my business, it affects my activity. It affects how I come off to my team members. So we have to inspire ourselves. We have to be excited. We have to look for those positive things in our business, even in the days where we just want to throw our hands up and give up. Congratulate someone. Doing something nice for someone or saying good job can make you feel better. Always be thankful and grateful. As we make more money, as we earn more, we get accustomed to earning at that level, but it's so important to always remain thankful and grateful. Kick your funks with butt kicking. Cheryl and I and Ann and I have had some talks where we've kicked each other's butts. So I encourage you all to have an Avon friend who you can call and, you know, go over ideas with and talk about your business and talk about your frustrations, because it definitely helps. And your spouse doesn't always want to hear it. So put your goals into action. Make sure you're talking to yourself positively. Stay teachable. Like I mentioned earlier. Hi, Cheryl. Like I mentioned earlier, disappointment starts in our own head. And when we get bored and comfortable, that's when we start to get disappointed. So always be learning. Maybe it takes getting out of the Avon world to learn from other perspectives, but always make sure you're advancing your own knowledge so that you don't get bored and complacent in your business. Go through your marketing routines, even on bad days. I tend to like try and hibernate when I'm grumpy because I don't want to rub off on people like that. But I still go through those same things that I do on the days when I'm in a good mood. Hey, Margaret. So make sure you're consistent. You have to be consistently marketing to be successful online. It's all about activity. It's about building. It's about freshness. So make sure even on your bad days that you are doing your job. Host a Boss Life event. So this is all information on youravon.com. If you don't know where to get started with recruiting, maybe you have a friend or your upline who can help you put together an open house or a Boss Life event. Maybe you want to set it up to meet at a Starbucks or meet at a Panera. They have Wi-Fi and they have those tables, so those are good spots to meet. You have to build your business as if it's a big business. So maybe, you put in your first event and only one person shows up, or maybe no one shows up. But hopefully you learn something that you can change next time to make it more successful. There's also 2 different flyers. I just found these under the mentor tools on sales leadership. So there's a really nice color flyer and a black and white one. Maybe you guys want to email that out to all of your leads, or maybe you want to print it out and include it in every book. You don't have to invest a lot to be out there recruiting and putting the idea in people's minds. Earn $1,010 in 90 days is a pretty powerful message. So it's your job to spread the word. You can also go to Town and Country to get Boss Life logoed items. We can't forget about Rise Up. I've kind of moved on from this incentive because I don't think I'm going to get anything, but I need to keep in mind that some of my team members, could be earning these bonuses. So don't count this incentive out yet. It goes through campaign 6, and it is for achieving a title for the first time. That is good money on the table. And I did read that if it happens when those new advancement bonuses go into place, you get the better of the bonus. So move in title now because you can make some really good money. And don't count out the Rise Up incentive. Sometimes when they go on too long, they kind of just disappear and we forget about them. Ticket to Boss Life. So this is an incentive from campaigns 2 to 13, and it counts for people that you bring into Avon personally. So that means it's not generated from Alma, okay? So it's not an Avon lead. It's someone that you meet, whether it's face-to-face or online. There's someone that you have brought into the Avon business and they sign up. To earn a scratch-off ticket, they do have to be qualified. So they have to place a $150 order in their first or second campaign. I just got the email that I have, there we go, that I have 2 tickets coming. And I may go on to Facebook Live. I guess that's what we're supposed to do, is share the excitement. So I will let you guys know. Hopefully it's something really exciting. Yes, campaign 13. That one goes for quite a while. Okay, so team momentum. You guys all have the opportunity to earn those scratch-off tickets. Do what it takes to get your team members to place that $150 order, because you guys all have pending contracts. So you are closer to getting that scratch off ticket than anyone else. You just need to convert them. My advice for that is just to keep that stream of new representatives coming in. You always want to have fresh blood, all right? Here's the Atlantis in the Bahamas. It's just huge. We walked through it. Rob and I went on our honeymoon, not to Atlantis, but to a hotel that was like right next to it. And we walked through the Atlantis, and it's just amazing. It's like a city. It's got everything you could ever need there. Vacation Like a Boss points. Angelica, Angeline, Heather, Dee, Stephanie, Trisha, Denise. Uh-oh, Cheryl's gonna kill me. I missed Cheryl for some reason. Uh-oh. Okay, Paulina. Good job, you guys. You're all on the board. Keep going. Like I said, your chopped liver, Cheryl. I'm sorry. I get distracted easily. I know you've heard me say that multiple times. Okay, so here's how you earn those leader points. Sell 300 each campaign. When you recruit from an Avon source, you get 150. That again has to be a qualified person. A recruit from a personal source, it's 300. You advance in title, 1,000, and you mentor a first generation rep, that's 500. So you can see how those points can quickly add up. I hope to see all of you in the Bahamas. If you want to go for a trip for one, you need 2,500 points. Trip for two, you need 4,000 points. I encourage you, whether it's online or in person, that you are talking to at least 3 people every single day. You don't have to push the opportunity on people. You bring it up in casual conversation and you show your excitement. Other people will ask you if they have any interest. So I am definitely not a direct recruiter. I am an indirect recruiter. I like to have people approach me. I don't like to prospect. So figure out what your style is, but always be putting it out there. Every single day I'm posting social media posts, and I'm back to creating new recruiting blog posts. So make sure you're doing recruiting activities every single day. If someone says no, don't take it personally. You just move on. I know us women, we tend to get emotional pretty easily, but for the most part, it's good to keep your emotions out of your business. Just because someone doesn't want to sign up to sell Avon doesn't mean they hate you. So be nice to yourself. And just always be optimistic. Say, okay, then I'll move on to the next person. So this trip is completely attainable. I was really surprised how easy it is when you break it down. So 75 points over the 7 campaigns. Say you get 1 personal recruit each campaign, that's 2,100. You earn the free trip. So I always recommend, I would recommend that you try to recruit 3 people per campaign. Then you might have 2 people that place an order. Hopefully one of them is over $150. Don't feel bad about yourself if you have new reps who aren't doing much. It happens to all of us, okay? We have the Boss Life campaign still going on. If I have time here, I want to show you some ideas that I have with the Boss Life for recruiting. The Social Media Center, I just spoke to a new rep the other day, and we found that she was in Chrome. Her Social Media Center was not showing those icons down there. So make sure your browser's up to date. Make sure that you don't have old versions of software, because that can affect the tools that Avon has provided for us. So one of the easiest ways to share on social media is through the Social Media Center. You can also download the app on Google Play or the App Store. So just some ideas about getting your online business going. Make sure that auto email program is turned on. Sign up for your email list so you know what your customers are receiving. And then check your own e-store for content ideas. Every campaign, there's new products, there's new promotions, there's different sales. So there's always stuff you can be talking about. You can blog, you can do social media, and then also remember email marketing too. So those of you who haven't signed someone up before, we all have reference codes. It's the last part of our e-store. So we can send someone to startavon.com and they can enter our code to join our team. So this is a slide from last month, but I thought it might help to have it on there since all of our incentives right now are mostly about recruiting. Let's see, if you add emails to your Avon store, are you charged anything per customer? No. The auto email program is free. Avon does the work. You don't have to do anything after you've uploaded and entered your team member, or sorry, I'm trying to read and talk to you guys, but you can keep adding contacts to your email center. I don't know of any like cap on there. So over the years, I think I have over 10,000 people now. So definitely take advantage of our free marketing tools that Avon provides. I see you guys blowing up in the chat window here, but I'm going to keep going through the content and I'll answer questions at the end. So for recruiting, we want to always make sure that we are doing those activities equally as much as we're trying to sell. That was a big learning curve for me when I decided I wanted to get into leadership. Because all of my marketing activities were based on getting more sales. Even today, I have to, kind of remind myself, hey, I got to do recruiting stuff too if I always want to be bringing in new people. For me, it's just more natural to try and build the online sales, but I really like the leadership portion too. So I need to make sure that I'm writing new recruiting posts, that I am sharing the opportunity on social media, maybe going to the Avon YouTube page and using one of their videos to try and recruit people. So think about all the different things that are out there that you can use as tools, as leverage to bring people into the business. This Atlantis trip, the scratch off tickets, these are like fun, exciting things, and we can use them as tools to get people to sign up. So maybe we want to email out that Vacation Like a Boss video. These are great marketing tools that we can use to help build on that excitement and bring people into our teams. How many people have a regular 9-to-5 job where they get lottery tickets where every single one is a winner? You start earning things like that and posting on social media, and people will start asking you about what it's like being an Avon rep. That's really what started to happen to me. And then you have people that follow you who are Avon reps, and then they quit for a while, and then they come back and they want to be on your team. So, always be promoting your business and sharing your excitement. Include your reference code on all materials. The Social Media Center is an easy place to go and share from, but pay attention to your stats. Because when you share links or you share an outside video, onto Facebook, they're not going to show it to as many people as if you're uploading directly to Facebook. Facebook wants to keep you on there. So when you're sharing links and you're sharing a YouTube video, you'll notice you won't get a lot of views. So watch your stats and see what works. A lot of times I'll post a photo with the link in the update, and it'll count as a photo, so it'll get shown to a lot more people, but they can still click through from my social media post. Get into the habit of saying buy or sell. If you're creating a Facebook album, put a little summary about you and your Avon business, and then let people know how they can learn more about you. People are nosy and they want to know what other people are doing, so use that to your advantage, and make sure you're putting the idea out there to sign up to make extra money. You know, people might not be thinking about it, or they might not be thinking about joining your team. So as long as you're offering it out there, hopefully when they're ready to sign up, you will be the one they contact. Use incentives to get people interested, and share your Avon experience on social media. Again, when you create a business page on Facebook, Facebook's goal is to get you to pay them to advertise. So it's hard to reach people with business pages. So it's important that you're not selling and recruiting all the time on your personal page, but that you are including your Avon experience on there. I used to be the complete opposite, where I didn't share anything Avon on Facebook, and now it's more representative of my life and how Avon's really intertwined with my entire life. So it's a better representation of who I am. Suggested content. Let's see, I put some videos on here that I thought would help with the incentives going on. So on YouTube, I have one called Recruit Like a Marketing Rockstar, How to Recruit Avon Reps Like a Boss. And then these two videos are to use those incentives and use the, I don't think we were doing the KickStart program when I made those, but it's the same thing, helping your new reps track for that KickStart program and sending them reminders and updates of how they're tracking to try and help them be engaged and meet their goals in the beginning. Okay, so I wanted to show you some things to do for online recruiting. Let's see here. Does anyone have any questions that I can quickly answer before I kind of do a little demo here? If we get to Rosemary, I'm not sure what you're asking there. One thing that I have, do sales tools count toward your first order? Yes, they count for awards sales, but you don't get any more off on, like, I've had people ask before, do we get 40% off on sales tools? No, sales tools are the cost that they show they are. If we get 2 peeps per week, we win the trip. So it's a little more complicated than that. You have to get the 2,500 points. So in order for new recruits to count for that, they have to place a $150 order in their first or second campaign and pay for it on time. So my goal would be to talk to as many people as you can every single day and sign up as many as you can, because it'll dwindle down who actually places orders and then who actually has a $150 order or more and who pays on time. There's so many factors that you just want to really boost and pad how many people you recruit so that you hit those numbers. Okay, so one little lesson I learned just a few months ago was that I was getting all of these Alma leads, and the ones that I was delegating, I was never able to get their contact information back. So now every person that sends their information to me now goes either into my web office or into Constant Contact. So I'm building email lists. So how am I doing this? On my blogs, I have a catalog request. So people give me their email address and their address, and if they place an order on my website, they get a book. So think about how you can collect people's information so that you can be marketing to them over time. So I like to now use these different methods. So my blogs, I'm still very active on. Then I use social media to get those blog posts out there. And now I am collecting internet visitors' information and marketing to them so that I'm always building my market. So you want to be collecting new people, building your business. We don't want to stay stagnant or drop our activity. For instance, with recruiting, if you stop recruiting, eventually your team might dwindle down to nothing. So we always want to be building. This program is called Constant Contact. I have a newsletter sign-up widget on my blogs. So you can see here, I have over 10,000 people in here. And I also have 10,000 in my Avon web office. So think about how you can build your lists. And then this way I have different subscriber lists. So I have my Alma leads who have shown interest in selling Avon. So just because they said, no, I don't want to sign up right now, doesn't mean that they may not want to sign up at a later time. So here you can see I have my team, I have my Alma leads, I have my store customers. So I want to be providing these different groups of people with different information. And that's really why I decided to also have an email marketing platform outside of my web office. Most of you probably only need what Avon gives us, but this is another idea for you of how you can collect people's names and information so you can be marketing to them and trying to get new customers and new recruits. Where do you go to your Avon office on avon.com? I will show you that in a minute here. See all my kids' crazy videos. So we can create our own recruiting materials, and we can also use what Avon Corporate has put out there to help us. So I just want to show you, if you look up Avon USA representatives, you can take videos. Woo! Excuse me. And you can embed them into your blog posts. I think I inhaled my gum there. Okay, so I do want to show you. So let's just say that for time's sake that I'm on the Vacation Like a Boss video. So you can come in here and say share, and you can click on this embed here. And if you copy this and put it into your HTML of your blog, you can have a video on your blog post. So not only can you make your own videos where you're recruiting or make your own photos recruiting, you can use the stuff that Avon already has out here. So they put together that cool Vacation Like a Boss Atlantis video. So why don't you take that and write a blog post about it? I'll show you what one of mine looks like. And I really like this Boss Life campaign because it's giving Avon, you know, a fresher look and makes us look exciting again, and really draws people to want to learn more about the Avon opportunity. So let me, here we go. I have this blog post here. I called it Ding Dong, the 2017 New Avon Lady is Calling. So it's kind of to go around the idea of we're marketing online, we can be successful in different ways. So here I have the Boss Life video embedded into this blog post. And I just give a little, I actually took the description that Avon used and then told them exactly how to sign up on my team. So you can also email yourself the video. So let's go here. Let me grab, let's say you want to use the RepFest video as a recruiting tool and say, hey, look how much fun this is going to be. All right, so come in here and you can say share, and you can actually email it to yourself. So I would recommend emailing it to yourself first and then sending it to people you think might be interested in signing up, because I did test it earlier and they don't want you to put a link in here. So it's really always important to make it very easy for people to sign up. So here, this link right here, it says click here to become an Avon representative. So that's very direct and easy for someone to follow. So if you were to email this to yourself, you'd want to forward it to your contacts and include the link so they can sign directly up under you. Is embedding basically the same as adding by URL? Because I usually add videos to my blog post by clicking on adding media by URL. I don't know technically if that's the same, but if it lets them play the video in your blog, I would say keep doing it the way you're doing it. This is just for people if they don't know how to add a video. Okay, Rosemary said yes, it is. I am good at like the marketing side of things. I am not the best person to ask with technical things, okay? But when we're writing blog posts, we want to give it a catchy title. We want it to have a pretty picture or a pretty video. We want to have our keywords in there. So if someone's searching for sign up to sell Avon, hopefully they'll find my blog posts. And then you want to give them simple instructions. So your reference code is your website username. So mine's youravon.com/eSeagren. So my reference code is eSeagren. I'm trying to, let's see, let me show you what else I've been doing. So I've made sure that I've been doing recruiting posts now every day since we have these new incentives, and I really want some of my team members to get there. I am making sure that my social media posts are half sales and half recruiting. So people usually find my blog either through search engines or on social media. So I went to the wrong place. All right, let me go here. And I do use Buffer to schedule my social media posts. It helps me be consistent and persistent. It helps me analyze my results so that I can always be doing the most engaging posts. You know, sometimes it's about doing things over and over and over again because it's going to show up to different people. So let's take a look. Here I have, this is going to my blog post, I believe, and you can see how many people it reached. So 90 people, that is not very good. That's why I really recommend using different methods to reach people. I'm not sure how many fans I'm up to on here, but it's thousands, and it got shown to 90 people. So that's why you really have to be active, consistently post, and try to post engaging posts. You'll find that some are more popular than others, like this women's fragrance chart. This post does really well, so a lot of times I'll buffer it and put it back into my queue. How do you raise engagement on Facebook page? That is the $1 million question. You know, Facebook makes it very hard. So my biggest piece of advice would be to try different things. There's different types of posts. So you can have an update that has no links or photos, just writing. You can have a link, so you're trying to point people to a website, or you can upload a photo or a video. Videos are very engaging right now on Facebook. So if you have the guts to do a video, that might be a really good way to reach people. Going live, I don't understand this fascination with these pearls where there's like thousands of people watching those Facebook Live. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? I sit there and watch it because I'm just like, why are so many people watching this? So I recommend that you guys try different things, repeat what works, and keep, I'm not the only one who doesn't get that. Yeah, I really don't understand it, but I want to know how they get so many people. I'm like, sit in my kitchen and open a pearl. I don't know. I don't get it. The campaign posts are always very popular. So Patricia, you'll see it someday. Whenever you come to a live post where there's like a woman sitting at a table trying to like crack something open, watch that because they're really popular on Facebook. Okay, so like this one reached 800 people. People recognize the Avon catalog. It's really our best marketing tool out there, so make sure you use that online. These ones are popular, but again, you can see I shared the post from the social media center and I scheduled it in Buffer. So this would be considered a link post, and they hardly showed it to anyone. So that's why it's so important that you're rotating your content, you're paying attention to what is working, and you continue doing those. So here's a video that I posted, how to use coupon codes. That's probably not going to be applicable anymore, but definitely try and share those videos because those grab people's attention on Facebook. Okay, so here is a simple recruiting post. So this says make money selling Avon, sell Avon, and it's got a recruiting image, and I click through, and that shortened URL there is just something that Buffer does. And it will show you, so this leads them to a recruiting blog post. And you can see I used those keywords throughout the article. I use them in headers over and over. I like to include a link at the very beginning telling them how to sign up. So if they are not researching and just know that they want to sign up, they can do that very easily from the beginning of the article. Answer those questions that a lot of people are asking when they're researching the Avon opportunity. How much money can they make? How much does it cost to be an Avon representative? Think about those questions people are asking when they're trying to decide if they want to sign up. And then I like to make it very simple at the bottom and always include these 3 steps on how they can sign up. Sometimes I'll put a video in there at the bottom. Sometimes I'll make a blog post that is mostly a video. So definitely play around with the different types of media. You can find Boss Life images by going to Google. It always helps to have a nice, attractive picture to draw someone's attention. So I'm on Google and I click on images. And so let's just say Avon Boss Life. So this is going to bring you up all kinds of pictures, and those make really nice recruiting posts just to share on social media. And then you can also include your link so that they can sign up directly under you. So if you don't know your link, you can go to your website. Like I mentioned with the boot camp, your guys' #1 topic was recruiting online. So I definitely will be dedicating at least a whole days of activities over recruiting. So I was kind of surprised because usually you guys want sales tips, but this time it was recruiting tips. So that's exciting. So if you come over, if you go to your e-store and you right click over Sell Avon, you can copy that link address and then you can paste it. And you can see here that it comes up eseagren.avonrepresentative.com/opportunity/start. So go to that page, read about it, get to know the different starter kits. Like I said, your best tool is going to be being knowledgeable about the process and being able to answer people's questions. If you're just starting recruiting, it's okay to say, let me check and get back to you. People are pretty understanding and nice. If you don't have all the answers, it's okay. Just admit that and say, well, let me call Avon and find out for you. So definitely check this page out. Use the KickStart program as a recruiting tool. Use the Vacation Like a Boss as a recruiting tool. Collect people's information and make sure that you're marketing to them if they're not ready to take that next step to sign up or to buy from you. What format do I use for blogs? I've kind of come up with my own for a lot of different types of posts. So I usually have like the main header, and then I have like 2 or 3 subheaders, and I always like to put in an image or a video right at the top. So just by looking at my blog posts, you can kind of see the different types of posts I do. So if you look over on the side here, oops. If you look at top posts. So you can see these are the most frequently visited pages. A lot of the campaign pages are really popular. People like to look at the online catalog. They like the outlet. People like to save money. The posting process, how do you work through SEO? Okay, yeah, I'll definitely, it's very hard to come up with training for so many different levels. I think that's the hardest part of training online, is that there's so many ranges of how advanced people are. So maybe I'll do like an advanced makeup marketers or something for those of you that understand, you know, the different ways of making it search engine friendly, and you know, just how you can make them popular and make them raise up in the search engines. But I always like to, in my social media posts, share those popular pages. And then I also like to share my most recent posts, because you want to make new blog posts popular. And the more people you have coming into your blog posts, the better rating it's going to get by Google and Yahoo and all the search engines. All right, so Mary wants an advanced class too. I'll have to put that on my drawing board. You know, there's different ways that I have things set up, but I think you saw, sorry, not format, but site. So my websites are WordPress. I host them on Bluehost. WordPress, I do not recommend the free version. So if you like to get your hands dirty, you like to get a little technical, you want to customize your website, WordPress is probably for you. There's all different kinds of tools and plugins you can add to make your site more user-friendly, more search engine friendly. Uh-oh, anyone else lose sound, or can you guys still hear me? Oh, still hear me? Okay. All right. Thank you. So I use WordPress. Blogger is a good one if you're just starting blogging. If you're brand new and you think I was just speaking a foreign language with WordPress, I would not start there, because you can get in over your head and it may make you want to give up. So if you're not very technical or don't have someone that can help you with that, I would recommend something easier like Blogger, or like that Wix and Weebly, I think, are other ones that are pretty user-friendly. But I always have links down at the bottom. I have my different blogs cross-linked, so I have the popular pages listed here. I need to go back because I have all of my team members' blogs listed over on the side here. I haven't updated that for a long time. But feel free to look at my posts. I pretty much know the exact content that I want on my blogs. So, you know, I always post all the different brochures for a campaign. So I'll do those as separate blog posts. I do makeup sales, skincare sales. I'm kind of getting away from recruiting here, but hopefully you guys are finding this helpful. So just kind of look through my blog and see what I post. I like to put all my team members with their city and state. That way customers looking for someone in a certain geography might come across one of my team members. So I try to think of ways I can help my team get out there. I do skincare sales, makeup sales, and then all those books. I do have a marketing assistant that helps me with all these, so I do not create everything on my own. She does things like on Pinterest for me. She does a lot of my leadership activities for reaching out to my team members. What do I use to copyright protect? There is a WordPress plugin. I think it's called WP Protect, which I have on all my websites except that Makeup Marketers, where I tell you guys it's okay to copy those posts for putting the brochure up. But like you can see here, someone cannot just come in and copy and paste my content. So I used to get really mad about it. I used to find reps. There's actually programs out there that'll tell you who's copying you word for word. And what I found is that it just made me really mad, and it's not worth the time and the frustration getting mad at someone who's copying you. So I try to prevent it, but I try not to come across it because it still irks me. Well, I hope you guys, if you have any specific questions about recruiting or, you know, anything that I covered tonight, I don't know if you guys like it when I kind of randomly go and show you things. Do I use a scheduling program for Pinterest? I do not. So every other week when my website turns over, so when my website turns over to campaign 6 on the 17th, I will have her go in and pin all the brand new products, and then I also have her, oh, you guys are tired. I also have her pin pictures from all my new blog posts from the last time. So every other week she's pinning new stuff for me. And I don't spend a lot of time on Pinterest. I told Cheryl today that I would rather her write another blog post than worrying about pinning stuff on Pinterest. You have to look at where your traffic's coming from, and if it's not bringing a ton of traffic, you don't want to spend a lot of your time on it. All right, well, I'm glad you guys find these helpful. I will send out a follow-up email with the replay. I'll put a link in there so you can print out the handout if you want to go back and take notes. Let's see, the boot camp, we have almost 100 people signed up. So I'm very excited about that again. It gets me motivated to learn more and teach, and I really enjoy doing that. So thank you guys for hanging in there with me tonight. There's still about 100 of you on the call, so good job. You're investing time into your business, and you are out there trying to learn and grow. So kudos to you guys. Thank you for joining, and have a great weekend. Have a happy Valentine's Day. Think about how you can incorporate Avon into that and make money off the holiday. All right, thanks guys. Have a good night.